going to be practicing comparing numbers. I do have a little bit of a concern about the PDF I uploaded. It looks like that number 1 kind of piled on itself on the directions. Skip number 1. If you have trouble reading it, don't worry. It's just practice. So we'll start with number 2. So when you're comparing numbers, you have 2 numbers, usually placed like this, and a big circle in the center. When you look at the circle, you're trying to decide greater than, less than, or equal to. You look at the first number and decide, is it greater than, less than, or equal to the other number? Remember, the big mouth. Doesn't that look like a mouth? Have an eye there. Okay, the big mouth is always going to eat the big number. That's one way that I remember which sign is greater. This is greater than. I also look at this and I tilt my head and I'm like, oh, that looks like the letter L. That's less. Less than. So once you remember which one's greater than and which one's less than, you go ahead and do the same thing we did with ordering numbers. You always, when you're comparing numbers, whether you're comparing 2 or ordering 3, 4, 5, you want to go ahead and make your houses. Again, I never care if we have the roof on the houses, but I do care that you have the correct rooms. So make sure when you're putting your rooms in, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. This first room, or this first house is the units. Second house is the thousands. Do you know the next neighbor that would be in the neighborhood? Millions. We'll talk about millions in 4th grade, but here are the facts. You're just going to have the same 3 rooms, ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, but commas divide the houses. You'll learn about that in 4th grade. So now we go ahead, same as we did in ordering numbers. Start at the ones place, fill in the houses. 2, 8, 3, 4. Start at the ones place. 2, 1, 8, 4. And when I look, I'm like, those 2 numbers in the front, when we compare numbers, they're the same. They don't help me. When I look at these, oh, they are different. So they're the ones that I have to concentrate on. It's the 3 and the 8. So now I just have to ask myself this question. Is 3 greater than 8? Or is 3 less than 8? Or is 3 equal to 8? I think we know. 3 is less than 8. So we would put the less than symbol in here. Notice that the big mouth is eating up the big number. You're going to practice that today. Don't worry about number 1 if you can't read it. And then we've got a multiplication and division fact fluency practice for you.